Hello and welcome to Modern Toy Fair Reviews. Today I'm taking a look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse Death Metal Batman and the Death Metal Batcycle. If you've already picked this up, let me know in the comments below what you think of it, or if you're still on the hunt. I know it took me a while to hunt this guy down, but let's go ahead and get started. Alright, let's take a look at how he turned out. First, we are going to take a look here at the head. You've got this nice 5 o'clock shadow, you've got the mouth with some paint and details. You've got some great sculpt around the eyebrows for his mask. You've got these itty bitty little ears like he has in the book. You've got some wrinkles in there near the eyes and the nose. You've got this great trench coat, which has a really cool texture to it, has these spikes on it, has this winged collar. You also have all of these buckles coming down from the trench coat edges. You've got this big black bat on there with the different textures on the suit. You've got this really cool silver belt that has all these skulls and this chain on it, and the bat symbol in the middle. And then come over to the arms. You'll notice you have these really shiny silver gauntlets that have spikes on them, along with like the normal fins. It has a lot of detail throughout there. Same thing with going up throughout the arms of the jacket. You've got some spikes and some textures to make it look like it's leather. On the hands, not a lot of paint detail, but you do have quite a bit of sculpt, with both just like texture in the fingers and then also the spikes throughout the gloves. Come down to his legs. As you can see, you've got more spikes going down the sides. You've got him with these like darker gray straps going across the front. You've got those big metal black bat knee pads. You've got all these different straps down on the boots, and you've got the kind of bladed fins coming off them, or buckles. It's kind of hard to tell. And then even the shoes, you got the different textures in there, even a little bit of sculpt down on the bottom. On the back, with the trench coat, you've got a lot more of that texture of those wings up top and also going down throughout the leather jacket. You've got these straps, and it is a nice soft plastic, so it's very flexible. And then on the back, as you can see, got some more of those chains, more spikes, more straps. Very BDSM, but ultimately, like, they really knocked it out of the park with this Batman. Alright, next up is articulation. So we're going to start with the head. Tilts pretty far to the left and to the right. You've got quite a bit of up and down. It is on a ball joint. And then does twist all the way around 360 degrees. Arms could go probably more than 90, but they are a little hindered by the rubber coat. And then you do have the swivel at the bicep. And then go up about that far forward and a little bit further backwards. You can kind of adjust the coat if you need. It does have like a little bit of a butterfly joint in there, as you can see. Shifts back and forth. Then you do have the double jointed elbows. And then you have the wrist pegs, which, let me get this, there we go. Forward, backwards, and swivel all the way around. Now onto the torso. So you have two joints here, a mid and lower joint. You can get quite a bit of range left and right. And then backwards, you can get them back pretty far. And same thing, we stuck a little bit there. There we go. Same thing with forward. Let me straighten up the legs. It's a decent amount forward. And then you can twist them back and forth. And then for the legs, you can get out to about 90. And then same with forward. Backward is pretty far, considering you got both the jacket and the like rubber piece for the crotch. And then you've got the swivel at the thigh, double jointed knees, go to about there. And then you have the ankles, which go forward, backwards, have the toe, hinge, and swivel all the way around. So the articulation is really good on this guy. It can definitely get a lot of different ranges, considering how hindered you'd expect it to be with the coat. So for accessories, you have this scythe, which the blade looks really cool with the black and then the silver for the edges. And you can see you've even got like a little notch there up at the top. And it's pretty much the same on both sides, but then you get down to the like staff portion, and it's got this wrap around it, which is really well done. It's got a lot of detail in the sculpt. It doesn't really seem to have like any like wash or anything, but it's so detailed that it almost doesn't need it. It really stands out all on its own and is surprisingly impressive. And then, of course, you've got the DC Multiverse stand and collectible trading card with the picture of him on the motorcycle or Batcycle on the front, and then all of the information about him on the back. Time for a quick size comparison. Here he is against the McFarlane White Knight Batman. As you can see, he's a little bit taller. Same thing with the Last Night on Earth Batman. And if we swap those out, we also have the Marvel Legends J. Jonah Jameson, which he towers over, along with the G.I. Joe Classified Pimp Daddy Destro. And swap those out. We also have the Mezco Supreme Knight Batman, which again, he's still about an inch taller than him, which makes sense. These are 7 inches, not 6 inch, but it's still kind of impressive to see him next to him. And then last up, we have him next to, let me move him out of the way here, Bane from the Build-A-Figure wave of the Last Night on Earth. And Bane is still taller than him, but yeah, he's definitely a little taller than the rest of the Batmen in the line. Alright, last up is the Death Metal Batcycle. So we're going to start with looking at some of the details here. You've got all sorts of crazy textures going through the rib cage and all the bone. You've got the same going throughout the skull, with like the circles in the ears and down through the skull itself and the teeth. And you've got that yellow eye in there, even down through the jaw with even more like detail and sculpt and the teeth down through there. You've got the tire, you've got all the different metal textures for the wheel. And then if you come over towards the middle, you've got all different sculpting for the different aspects of the engine. And then you've got the bigger wheel in the back with the bat symbol shown a little more prominently. And then you do have all these vertebrae kind of popping up throughout the middle of the Batcycle. You've got this really cool textured like leather seat. And the way it's textured, it looks like it could actually be leather. They did a really great job on that. Spin it around here. On this side, the only major difference is you do have these exhaust pipes coming down through, and then you also have the bat symbol on this wheel showing a little more prominently on this side. It does turn left and right, and then you do have full motion of the wheels, and the bottom is just a flat piece with a little bit of a texture to it. So I absolutely love this. It looks great. Okay, so overall, I absolutely love this figure. I love the Batcycle. I know normally I'm very 50-50 when it comes to the McFarlane DC Multiverse line, but they knocked it out of the park with this one. Definitely my favorite one yet. So make sure if you haven't already, go find this. I got mine off the Entertainment Earth. I'm not sure if it's still in stock, but at least know that they were currently shipping them. I know Target and Walmart are very hit or miss depending on where you live, on what's getting what with this line. So keep an eye out and hopefully you're able to find one as well. But that is going to wrap it up for this week's video. Please make sure to let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts and feelings are about this figure. And as always, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us out here on the channel. Make sure to check us out Fridays with me, Jamar, and or Nate. Always go over the weekly news. And if you like the figure photography that you see here at the end of the video, make sure to check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Modern Toy Fair. So hopefully we'll see you next week, same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thank you for watching.